Today's look is at Delico's Nursery, also known as Trump. It's based on a stage play, which also had a manga adaptation. It's created by Kenichi Samis, who previously worked on the series composition of Welcome to the Ballroom, which was well regarded, as well as this year's spring series, Token Ranbukai, which was also a stage play, but is not well regarded. I haven't watched the latter. I know nothing about the universe. It seems to be some sort of series of games that also got a stage play, and that adaptation of the stage play has not had any good buzz. I'm not going to pretend I've watched every anime, nor do I care enough to research that one in particular in depth. I brought up the other stage play because this is another adaptation of one, and the creator was involved in both of them. He wrote the play in both and is overseeing the creation of anime in both. In this case, there's a manga adaptation as well, but there seems to be no real information on how that turned out that I can find in English. There is one other significant difference between the two, and that is that different studios will be adapting them. Token was adapted by Domerica, while Delico will be adapted by JC Staff. Now, I know plenty of people who don't love JC Staff. It's like they took one punch to the heart from them or something and lost all faith in them. But while JC Staff is often lackluster with their action series, most of the time they do a decent job in their less actiony series. Though sometimes you learn the ways of the house husband and just don't quite understand why it feels half animated, and wonder when they might do something like that again in the future. So, to be frank, despite having 3 trailers, though no real subs for me to discern anything from, and a description on Mal, I don't really have a great idea what this show's about. It seems to be following a bunch of vampire aristocrats dealing with a bunch of vampire children, though they seem to be able to go out in the sun just fine. I quite frankly don't know what to expect from this series. I'm hoping it ends up being a nice blend of social stuff and just has a bunch of character development with the children. As I let the trailer play out on the right, you can see the main reason I decided to do a quick look on this one. It's odd looking. I don't know if that will be a good thing or a bad thing, but it has my curiosity. I'm a bit worried that it might at times feel a bit more like The Way of the House Husband than anything that's fully animated, but despite that series looking like that, I still found that series to be quite enjoyable. The later stuff in this trailer looks fine and stands out a lot from the other shows that usually air in a season. I don't expect this one to be a huge success or talked about in any significant way, but I'm hoping it turns out well. A darker series with an interesting story is something I can totally enjoy. Shadow's House in recent history was a series I enjoyed quite a bit, and while I don't expect this one to be quite like that, it does have a bit of the same vibe, and if I ended up enjoying this anywhere near as much as that one, it would be a huge win. I won't lie, this one could totally end up being a dud. I honestly expect this one to either be a solid series or a bad one and not much in the middle, but it caught my interest enough that I figured it deserved to look and to be part of my series as we work towards the summer season.